How's everyone doing? Good? All right, great. This is awesome. So before I even get started, so great to see everyone here. You know, Mark Summers, Anthony Costa, the whole AIME team. Give these guys a round of applause. This is awesome to see. It's fun to see everyone here together doing good things. And so today, I'm going to take, 45, 60 minutes of our time here today and go through a couple of things. The concept and the idea here is strictly this. When we finish this hour segment, I'm hoping that you walk away with 2 or 3 ideas, 2 or 3 takeaways, 2 or 3 things you can improve your business with. I'm going to talk a little bit about our past and what we do at UWM to get to where we're at and some of the business philosophies. And the whole point of what we're going to talk about is that you can take one of these ideas and say, I'm going to apply that to real estate, realtors. I'm going to apply that to my business. And so hopefully you get an idea. And then when we get 2 or 3 ideas, whether it's from this presentation or the other presentations that were fantastic earlier, the key is executing. Taking an idea and say, that was a great idea on Monday, I'm going to go do something and improve myself. So I'm going to get started and get right into some of the things, and talking about dominate by being different. Before I get into that, a little bit about my background. So first off, I played basketball at Michigan State. This is 15 years ago. I wasn't very good. I was at the end of the bench, so you guys know. But I had a great time there. And the reason I talk about this is because all I know is team. My years at Michigan State, we went to 3 Final Fours. We won a national championship. And all I know is team. Everything's about team. So I bring this up because that's what I look at this as. This is a team. You're part of my team. I'm part of your team. Brokers are a team, and we're going to win together. And I'm excited to be part of it and try to take this, bring the team part back into my life. And so it's exciting to see all the things that are going on and the teamwork that we're all going to play together and what AIME is doing and all of you guys are doing together. And so when we talk about team, which I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about during the presentation today, I want you to realize that when I talk about my team, it's not people that work at my company. I got 2,700 awesome people, but we're all a team together and we're all going to work together to win. So my background, Michigan State, I started at UWM in 1986. It started in 1986. I started at UWM in 2003, 15 years ago. Kind of did every job there. We had 12 people when I got there. And, try to build the business focused on clients. And so we've had a lot of success. We've been the #1 wholesale lender 3 years in a row. As you guys know, we expect to be that again this year. But the truth of the matter is, if you look at their one thing, the Net Promoter Score, I don't know if you follow service, but client service is everything we focus on. And so that's probably the proudest number on there is the Net Promoter Score, which is people that really love working with us. And if we don't, that score drops when we make mistakes and do things. And so client service is focused 3 years in a row, #1. And looking at the numbers, looking at the market share, the way I think about this, these lenders that are behind us, we're 3 times bigger than #2, and that's a great lender. And #3 is a great lender. #4, these are great lenders up here. And so why are we so much bigger or how have we grown? There's only one answer. And it's because we've partnered with the best brokers in America. And our brokers have grown faster than the rest of the market, and that's really our business. And so so you know how messed up my head is when I look at that and I show that to my team, 20% market share the first half of the year. It doesn't have the third quarter yet. The way we look at that is that's still, 4 out of 5 loans go someplace else. What can we do to earn more business? What we can do to help grow our broker's business? So here's the growth. So I'm going to talk about dominate by being different. I show this slide for one reason. I want you to see from 2006 to 2018 this year, the growth. We're going to do $40 billion of mortgages this year. $40 billion this last quarter, I believe, the third quarter. If you put, obviously wholesale, we're the #1 lender, but wholesale and retail combined, I think in the third quarter, we passed Chase and Bank of America, and it's Wells, Quicken, and us. And the reason that's important for all of us to know is that that's a representation of all of you. And brokers are growing. And we've grown this much over the last couple of years because of being different and doing things different. And so when I talk about the things I'm going to spend time on, I want you to think about how do you grow by being different. And being different is not, and so we're going to talk about this, being different is not, I always want to do something different because I want to. It's thinking about something and making an educated decision to do something opposite of everybody else. And so the 4 or 5 sections I talk about being different, once again, the whole idea is I'm going to talk a little bit about UWM and what we do, but most importantly, I want you to take the thing and say, okay, Matt did this with his business. What if I did this with our business? What would that mean and how would that work? And the one thing I'll tell you about this, because I'm going to talk about a lot of success that we've had with it, I've made a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes every day. The thing is, when you make changes, you're going to make mistakes. But you got to fix them fast. So solving things fast and changing fast, people ask me a question, what's the biggest mistake you made as the CEO? And it's not an arrogant answer. It's not an obnoxious answer. I always say to them, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. Not because I don't make a lot of mistakes. It's because when I make a mistake, we fix it fast. So too many people are afraid of doing stuff, trying something different. Try it, and guess what? You can always change back. You can always try something, you can tweak it. We very rarely get it right the first time, but if you tweak it and tweak it and tweak it, you get where you want to be. So I'm going to go through a couple of these concepts that we think about. First one, business philosophy and how this applies to you. Overstaffed by design, okay? This is different. Every business book you read, what do they say you're supposed to do? You know, the goal is we got to make money, right? Profit, right? Okay, so my CFO doesn't like when I say it, but it's the truth. I never look at the financials. I might spend 5 minutes a month looking at the financials. It's a waste of my time. The why behind it is I'm playing the game every day. I'm in the weeds. It's like looking at the scoreboard like, yeah, I know we won. That was great. But let's go to the next month. Like focusing on it. So too many people manage from their costs and their structure. And right now in the mortgage business, now is the opportunity more than ever. Overstaffed by design, the business philosophy at UWM is this. I want to have too many people to do the jobs that I need. So I have literally 100, maybe even 120, too many underwriters. We have 700 underwriters. I probably don't need 700. 120 too many underwriters. You'd say, well, Matt, at $5,000 per, that's $600,000 a month. That's $7.2 million a year of bloat, right? But the thing is this. You're not playing just for profit. You're playing to succeed and to win. And you know what happens? Is when you send a loan up and it gets underwritten in 4 hours, you look good to your clients. You look good to the realtors. You know what? And my clients look good. You know what happens when my clients look good? We hopefully get more business. And so wowing people with service. I talked to my chief operating officer about this, and she's fantastic. She runs the teams, and she says, hey, Matt, you know, we quote 2-day turn times. We're at about 4 hours on new underwrites right now. Like, do we really need to hire 35 more underwriters this month? And my answer always is, when we get to where you're telling me the turn times are in minutes, then we can discuss it again. Until then, we're going to keep hiring. And so that's what we try to work on. And the why is, if you're in sales, how many people in this room are in sales? Almost everybody, right? You know what the worst feeling in sales is? It's to say I'm going to deliver X and not be able to deliver it. And so everyone, you know, if you have a processor and she's out sick for the week, you get stuck, right? Like your realtor doesn't care that it took so long. Your borrowers don't care. So we want to never let sales ahead of operations. So if you're in a place, so the advocacy, my idea here for you guys and what's worked for us is I know it costs money to hire an extra person. I know it costs money to hire a couple extras. But it's investing in your business long term if you say, hey, I have 3 processors, I'm going to have a 4th. I'm going to have 1 extra in case someone's out. So then what happens when a client, we respond right away. We can give better service. So the worst thing, if you hire someone and you can't deliver on the service because your operations is not staffed correctly, you're going to lose. So overstaffed by design, you won't find it in any business book. I'm not smart enough to read those books. You're not going to find it because the truth is most people don't do it. Other thing is, we changed something at our company called No Call Left Behind, which means you can't call. Obviously, we have receptionists, so we don't do this automated thing like a lot of companies. I want to give service. And so we changed the thing, and partially because we're overstaffed, we can do this, is it used to be the underwriters. They're in the middle of a file. Like, don't bother these mad scientists, right? It's crazy. Okay, a broker's calling, and we said, oh, well, keep focused on your file. We changed that. We said, when someone calls, you pick up. Growing up, my father would always pick up the phone when I called. It's a feeling of certainty, and you feel great about it. We do that on every single call of the company. We actually have fun things where, like, the teams are tracked on this. Like, we're at 97.8% with certain teams. And literally, Jenny goes to the bathroom. Matt's leaning over the desk picking up. Sorry, she's in the bathroom. Can I take care of it for you? And we try to solve problems. Overstaffed by design. If you don't have enough people, you know what happens is, I'm too busy to take that call. You can never be too busy for a call. A realtor calls you. So an action item here is never miss a call. I know you say it's impossible. You know what? It's not impossible if you focus on it. If you don't miss a call and your clients always know you're there, you know what happens? They don't call as much because they know they can get you when they need you. So certainty of answer is a big deal. No call left behind is a big thing we rolled out. And then here's the last piece to it, overstaffed by design. Speed solves everything. I make mistakes every day. Our team makes mistakes every day. But I want you to think about this. Everyone's going to make a mistake, but if you make a mistake and you fix it really fast, nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. It's not like, oh, you screwed up my CD. 9 minutes later, your CD goes out, a new one. They're like, oh, thank you. Like, no one remembers it, right? You messed up my order at the restaurant. Oh, so sorry, sir. Let me get you another one real quick. And 8 minutes later, 3 minutes later, nobody cares. It's only if it's slow. So overstaffed by design is brokers, independent, we have to be fast. Fast with everything. So UWM's mindset, overstaffed by design, speed solves everything. It's a key. Now, inside AEs. So this is another thing, different. Everyone in the market went this way. We went this. Now, so you guys know my background. I was an outside AE for UWM for 2 years, back in 2004 and 5. When I became the sales manager of 5 people, so I wasn't that good, I made a decision. I said, you know what? This is crazy, having these guys living in Kentucky and all over the country. Like, we're going to do it all in one location, because my clients, when I was out there, you know what I found is the brokers I was visiting, and I was an Illinois rep for us, the brokers I was visiting, they didn't need another friend. They had friends. What they wanted is a relationship and getting their loans closed. They wanted someone they could talk to and make sure the loans closed efficiently so they could look good. And so brokers care about closing efficiency, not about donuts or about coming in the office. And I know we want to build relationships, like you want to build friends, but if I'm not able to pick up your call, or one of our reps is not able to pick up your call or answer, or we roll out, as you're going to talk about later, I roll out stuff all the time. There's no way an outside rep could get trained on the things we roll out. It's just not efficient. So thinking about this, what can you do with this? Everyone's got loan officers, and you can do different types of models. You ever thought about hiring 2 people to make outbound calls to real estate agents? They're business to business, set up appointments for you. Hey, this guy can make 30 calls a day. 50 calls a day, set up 2 appointments a week for you. Guess what? You have 2 appointments a week, you'll get, like, this is thinking about how it applies to you. You don't have to, oh, I got to drive and go visit that real estate office. You don't have to do it that way. There's different ways of accomplishing it. And so, what do your clients need? And so all this stuff, and really the next couple tied to it is I want you to think about who's your client and what does your client need, right? My clients are very clear. I got you guys, right, our partners. What do your clients need? And your clients don't need me in their office. They need me to close their loans. They don't need me to stop by. They need me to make sure I can answer the questions or connect them to somebody, make sure things go efficiently, because they're running a business. And so think about what your clients need. What do your realtors need? What do they need? What does a CPA need? What does a title company need? And we're going to talk about this stuff all on this next couple slides. So thinking about this. This is a statement that I'm big on and how we think about it. And so to truly be a partner, help others with no expectation of anything in return. And so I want you to think about that for a second. Oh, thank you. Think about what you can do. No expectation of anything in return. This is a very tough concept for almost anyone, because it's like, hey, I did this for you, now I expect this, okay? That's not how this works. And you know what? When you do right by others, you know what happens? They do right by you too. And that's what partners do. And so I'm going to talk about a couple examples. I'm going to show you examples. There's one common denominator about all 5 examples I'm going to go through right now. All 5 of them, maybe there's 6 of them, 5 or 6 of them, cost potentially millions of dollars or took thousands of man hours, and they've guaranteed UWM 0 loans. And I want you to realize that most people don't think like that, and I want you to think like that because it's different. It's okay, and someone says, hey, Matt, like, well, what if they do this, say, no, do all your marketing, and they never send you any loans? It's okay. They're going to be all right. They're going to grow their business. We're okay. Because what if we don't provide the marketing, and they want to send us all their loans? They don't have any loans. Like, we have to help, right? We have to help. So it's a loser's mentality to think I need something in return. So here's one of our things. Anyone know about Success Track? Who's been to our office for Success Track? Raise your hand slot. Awesome. Give yourselves a round of applause. I love that stuff. That's good stuff. Success Track. Success Track is this. I talk to clients all the time. They said, Matt, I want to grow my business. I don't have any way to train people. How can you help? So we build a training course. You fly them out to Michigan. It's beautiful this time of year. It's not bad, actually. Don't come in January. Loan officers, processors, broker owners. And what we do is we train you, 2-day class, 4-day class, and we go through all different things. How to do self-employed income, how to market yourself to real estate agents, how to build your business. And you know what happens when they leave? They go back and do more business. And do they have to send those loans to UWM? No. We don't call you after 30 days like, hey, you were at training, where's those loans, right? We might call you at 30 days and say, how can we help you? Was the training good? What can I make better? I'm doing this, we're doing this at UWM as a partner. Because, you know, and I'm going to talk about this later, how do we help the channel grow? And if you guys grow, we can grow. We're all partners together. So Success Track, think about what your realtors need. Can you help them? Can you train them? Can you do something for them? Not sit there and do something like, hey, before you leave, you got any clients you need from me right now? Like, don't do that. Do right by them. They'll do right by you at the end, right? And don't expect anything in return. Marketing. So we got some good stuff coming in marketing soon. But right now, our marketing toolbox is awesome. People use it. Once again, if you use this, by the way, on this marketing toolbox, you can go get flyers. It's not powered by UWM. It's got nothing. It's all you. Like, I don't want to be involved with the client. I want you to be involved with the client. And so marketing toolbox is a great example of something that you guys can use and take advantage of. And you get loans. You go and use it. They don't have to come to UWM. It's okay. It's okay. We're not the right lender for every single loan. That's what partners do. We want you to grow. We just need you to do more business. If you don't, by the way, if you don't know much about this, talk to your AE about the social media calendar on there. Everybody I talk to, you do this calendar that we put up there. It's all of a year. Everyone gets one more loan a month. It's like simple. 5 minutes a day, one more loan a month. Like, it's the simplest thing that everyone should take advantage of. Quickly, another example. AVM. How many people use our AVM tool on our website? Okay, it's expensive. Stop using it, okay? It's too much. Don't raise your hands anymore. We did 46,000 AVMs last month, okay? 46,000. And so what this is our UWM.com. We said, hey, what do brokers do all day? They want to figure out what the value is. They want to find out what house they're listing, what realtors are listing things. What's the rates? The market data is, hey, lock alert, float alert. It's all there for you, right? You can use all these tools as a partner. And you know what people do? And I love sharing these best practices. The AVM tool, they pull the top realtor in town. They see all the houses he's listing. Hey, I pulled the, and this is like I said, it's not a Zillow's estimate. This is a 9-page full AVM. It's great. Send it out to the real estate agent. Say, hey, look, I saw you just listed 123 ABC Street. I pulled the AVM. Looks like you're listing it around the same price I'm seeing. See what I do? Let me know if I can ever catch up with you or ever need help, but here's some information for you. And then they're like, then they say and send it to the borrower and say, look, I told you I priced this right. And all of a sudden you're adding value without asking for anything in return. And all of a sudden he takes your emails, he takes your calls, and you built your business. Little tricks, little tips, using these tools to grow. Blink. How many people use Blink? It's great. So Blink is once again, here's the story on Blink. Blink is an online digital platform for you guys, completely free, all partnership. And I was sitting in a demo 2 weeks before this thing rolled live, 2 months before it rolled live, talking to my head of development. And this is white label to you. You can white label it. If you don't know how to use this thing, talk to your AE, because I'm telling you right now, think about doing right by others with no expectation of return. I'm talking to the head developer. You know what he says? He shows the whole demo, and I'm telling him how great it was. I go, hey, real quick, one last question. What do they do so they can send the loan to another lender? And he looks at me in the room with 26 people in it. Matt, don't we want all the loans? I'm like, you don't understand. They're brokers. We don't get all the loans. You have to build it. So we built Blink. You can literally take the application and export it to any lender in America, right? It's not for UWM. It's not a UWM thing. It's a broker thing. It's Blink for you guys. And so realizing that this is not like, oh, I'm going to get them in there. They use my system. They must use me. Like, that's the wrong mentality. Do right by others. So think about your business. What can you do to add value to a real estate agent, a CPA or title, without asking for anything in return? And that's a differentiator, because when you do right by people, they'll do right by you. One real quick one also, I like to share UWM licensing. A lot of you guys say, hey, I need help with compliance. We built this team. You email UWM licensing. I want to add a new LO in Minnesota. What's the licensing rules? I want to open my branch or add a couple states. We do all this stuff for you. We'll tell you all the rules. We'll go through it. We can't actually physically do it, but we can coach you. I got a whole team of compliance people. So email UWM licensing at UWM.com, and they'll help you with any licensing you need. Now here's the last one, and this is the big one. FindAMortgageBroker.com. How many people have seen this website? Okay, so FindAMortgageBroker.com is this. I got sick and tired of looking at websites, going in Google. Everyone type in mortgage broker on Google or broker in Illinois. You know what pops up? Quicken Loans, Wells Fargo. I go, you guys aren't brokers, right? They're not brokers, but it's cool to say you are now. right? So findamortgagebroker.com pops up now too. We built a website with all of your guys' information because we need to educate consumers and realtors. So now we buy things and try to compete. We don't spend as much money as those guys because once the loan comes in, I get people that get leads all the time through it. It's got reviews on you. It's got information on you. You get leads all the time through it. I don't know if those loans come to us. It's not like, hey, if you got one through findamortgagebroker.com, don't forget to call UWM. That's the wrong way of doing it. So do right by others with no expectation of anything in return. That's a key. Dominate by being different. All right, I'm going to keep moving. Here's one that I want to talk about. I got 2 more sections, and then I'm going to go through a couple big announcements that we have that I think are pretty cool. But client-focused innovation. Too many times, companies our size, or even your size, everyone's size, do the same thing. They think this would be a cool idea, and they try to implement it to grow their business or to do something. We think the reverse. We say, what does our client need? All I think about is what you need. And sometimes it's, well, if we do that, we're not going to make as much money, or that's not the point. Client-focused innovation. And so everything is focused on how do you differentiate, how do you win. So here's a couple of examples. The way UWM is going to win is only if you win. We're tied at the hip. And so everything we think about, so examples, anybody here, you guys all know about our elite BPMI, okay? I was just having lunch with some people back there talking about what a differentiator. Anyone still use Genworth MGIC Radian's website to quote a BPMI? All right, I don't like those people that have their hands up. Don't put your hands down. You're missing out, I'm telling you. So here's why. It's complex in the MI world these days. Oh, you think it's a 44 DTI. The underwriter thinks it's a 46 DTI. Let's charge the client more. Oh, it's only one borrower because my wife, I don't want to put her on the loan, and so instead of one borrower, I'm getting charged more. We don't have those rules at UWM. It's the same rate. It's simple and easy, and they're also cheaper rates than almost anyone in America. And so the BPMI is a winning play. And why does this innovation matter for you? Because it helps you win loans. I don't make any more money. It's not like I have any help to me. Besides, you guys can do more loans because you can win with cheaper mortgage insurance and a better process. So it's not just the factors that are better, but the process. Like the same person that underwrites your 63 LTV underwrites your 93 LTV. We don't send it out to the MI company and see what they think. So Elite BPMI is a differentiator for you guys. Client-focused innovation. Second one, Processor Assist. So Processor Assist has been probably the biggest announcement this past year that's not talked about enough. It's used a lot, but Processor Assist is this. Broker says to me, Matt, I got 2 processors, they're awesome, but we want to close more loans, and I told him to overstep by design, I'm not ready to hire someone yet. How can you help? Well, processors are so key to the business. They are really the key to everyone's successes. They know what they're doing, they get the loans closed efficiently. Processor Assist is like I hired 50 assistants to your processors and told them to do all the stuff they don't want to do. So like order homeowners insurance, we got it. Order payoffs, tell us what date, we'll order it for you, right? Title, you don't have to be my title company, I don't have a title company. It's your title company, whoever you want us to use, right? It's all that stuff. Processor Assist is there for you. Think about it, condo docs and subordination. Any processor in the room? Who hates condo docs and subordinations? All of my people up here, right? So we do it for you. And we pay for it for you too. And at closing, we'll recoup it at the CD. If the loan doesn't close, it's a cost of doing business. It's doing right by others without expectation of return. Processor Assist will help your processors going from doing 20 loans a month to 25 loans a month just because of this. So innovation, client-focused innovation is key. This thing just rolled out, Exact Rate. This came from an idea from a broker. A broker said, hey, Matt, problem is every time I'm trying to compete for a loan, I'm always getting, it's getting granular. Right now, rates are up. It's very tough. How can I win a loan? They offer 5 1/8. I got to offer 5. It doesn't work. So offer 5.096, okay? Exact rate. You can go in there and type any interest rate you want, and it'll pay back in between 5 1/8 and 5. And then the reverse is really where it's beneficial. As you say, I want the borrower to walk with $3,000 of closing, $3,000 towards closing costs after my comp. You type in 3,000, it says 4.963 is the rate. Instead of having to figure out 5 and I got 3,400 or 4,875 and I got 2,700, they got to bring. You don't have to worry about it. Just type in what you want and it's done. Seller concessions at closing. You're not using all the seller concessions. You don't want I don't want the seller to get the money back, right? Well, if you drop the rate, the borrower's got to bring money. So just change it and say, we'll put it at 4.849, and it's exact to the dollar amount. So the exact rate gives you an advantage, so you can use all of seller concessions, and you can make sure you can win loans. Someone's offering 4.875, offer 4.874, right? You have the ability, hey, we're trying to win. The whole point, yes, and you know what the whole point is? It's giving you an edge. Client-focused innovation. This thing took forever to build, I promise you. But you know what? It's already helping people win loans. It's already differentiating. So understand, everything's client-focused. There's nothing UWM-focused. I sat in a meeting literally this week, Wednesday. The only day in the office because I was at the MBA, which we'll talk about later, and now I'm here. And Wednesday I was in the office. I was sitting there with my top IT people, and they talked about doing something. Like, oh, well, if we could do this, and they're talking about a bunch of technical stuff you don't want to hear about. And my chief operating officer said, I said it was great to hear. They said, well, how will that impact the clients? And they're like, the clients won't even know. I'm like, okay, well, we're not doing it then, right? Like, I don't care. If the clients don't know we're doing it, if it's not, it's like, oh, we're fixing technical debt, we're doing this. Like, okay, do that on your own time. I want to build something innovating for my clients. I want to differentiate for my clients. So if all you IT people don't like the technical debt thing, sorry. Here's one, differentiator. Escrow waivers to 95%. We obviously have no fee on escrow waivers, as you guys know. Let me tell you about this thing. This one's a little frustrating to me, so I'm going to talk about this one a little longer. Because I got a lot of pushback from everyone in the industry on this, and I'll tell you why. First off, escrow waivers to 95%. Everyone said, oh my goodness, Matt, this sounds like the old days before crisis. I can't believe you're going to do it. It's so much riskier. Okay? That's not why you're complaining about it. Here's what it is. Okay? Escrow waivers, you know what I want? I want to give the borrower options. First off, whether the borrower takes escrows or doesn't take escrows, I don't care. But you know who does care? The big banks. Because you know what? I have $45 billion, I have over $150 million of other people's money right now. And you know what? I don't make any money on that, but banks love to have $150 million of extra assets. So what's happened is the industry has accepted that it's riskier. It's riskier for them not to keep their escrows, right? It's not riskier. You know what happens when someone doesn't pay their tax or insurance payment when they're escrow waiver? We pay it for them, and then we add it to their payment, and then we're all set. You know how many times that's happened in the last 4 years at UWM? 0. It doesn't happen. It doesn't come up, right? It has not happened. And so the fact that I'm going to say it's riskier, so I don't want to do that, is completely crazy. But the real reason is it's not as lucrative, right? Because they want the money. They want to control it. They say it, they put it under the risk factor. It's not about risk. It's about they want to control it and they want to have your money. I like to hold other people's money too if I can make it, right? That's not real. So escrow waivers, no fee, 95. It's a different, you know what the number one complaint in servicing? Escrows. I just took the servicing complaints right out of there. The CFPB called and gave me a high five, right? They didn't, but if they would, they would have. Think about it, prepaids at closing. We just reduced it, right? All of a sudden, less money to bring to close. Like, this is a game-changing thing, and there's no cost. I don't care which way you do it. I'm not making money either way of it. I want you guys to win and have the options. Escrow waivers, a lot of people push back on it. A lot of people don't like the idea, but the fact of the matter is there's no risk. It's just less money to some places, and they don't like that, and so they're pushing back on those types of things. Last couple. High balance nationwide. So here, the number one question I'm going to get today from all of you guys, I'm going to solve it in a second, or talk about it in a second, is jumbo. It's the only program I can say with a straight face that's not 100% of the time better to be with a broker. Because right now we don't have access, okay? High balance nationwide is an attempt at it. It only goes to $679, but basically it's conforming pricing, conforming guidelines with a couple overlays, run it through DU, and you can go to 679 all 50 states, every single county. So everyone says 93% of counties are at 453, 100. 100% of counties with UWM are at 679, 650. So this has been a big way for you to go to a real estate agent and say, hey, I can do that loan, those loans up to like $800,000 purchase price with conforming pricing. Here's my conforming pricing. Here's my conforming guidelines, and it's making it easier. Now, how do I take this up higher? So we're working on a way to come out with a program, and we will have something before this year's over to give you guys a way to compete for a jumbo loan with the big banks, okay? So we're on this. It's gonna be good. So we got something coming. I can't tell you yet. I got other fun announcements today, so we'll get back to that one later. But I'm telling you, focused innovation. So everything I do, everything we do at our team is focused on what does the client need. Virtual e-close. How many people have used this virtual e-close? Couple? Okay. Let me just tell you something. If you're doing a refinance in one of these 28 states, you have to do a virtual e-close. It's the future of how closings will be done. Purchases, hey, I like when you show up at the closing. You look like the hero, shake hands. So right now, I get it. The people from Notarize who are part of this, they're fantastic. Close anytime, literally. I was telling someone this. They said, like, hey, my borrowers, I don't have millennial borrowers. Like I get it, but that's not what they do. You know who likes closing loans in their pajamas at home at 9 p.m. at night, fast and easy? You know who likes it? Everybody, right? My parents even like it, and they're old, okay? They would do it because easy and fast is all that matters. So virtual e-closing, literally, your borrowers get home, they pick up the kids from school, they put the kids to bed, 9:30 p.m., oh yeah, let's close on that loan. Click a button on your iPhone, and boom, pops up a notary. You do it, you got to verify who you are, you e-sign it all on there, you walk through documents, it's slick. And yes, it sounds weird because I don't know how that works. I'm telling you right now, when you do it, you'll say, wow, mail away closings, they don't exist anymore when you do this. Technology, innovation, client focusing, differentiation. Last slide on this is this. Ideas from you guys. Scenarios, TBDs. How do we make things better? Digital file archive. Digital file archive is an idea from a broker who said, you guys get audited, compliance. Now on our website, you go there anytime. You closed a loan 2 years ago, click a button and say, download that file. All the docs at one click, one download, and it's available from a compliance perspective so you can take care of audits or anything you need. And so that thing was very well received. TBD scenario desk, just so you know, an idea. Brilliant. And our website, by the way, Broker Brilliant Ideas, please go there. Everything we do is from that website. So I don't know what the next good thing is, but I'll go there on the weekends and go through it and figure out what the next thing is. TBD scenario desk was the #1 voted thing. They said, Matt, I need certainty on this complex scenario. Well, great. I got a team under. You send it up to UWM. They'll give you a barcode back. So when it comes back in, you say, hey, this is the loan. Here's the income, K1s, all the information. And one day we'll get back with you with the scenario. But also, I didn't just do TBDs. We said, hey, what about if there's a weird piece of property, a weird thing on title? How will UWM handle it? If you want certainty on your files, don't send me your pay stubs, you can do that. But if you got a guy with 8K, all these K1s, you got someone that's got some weird thing, and because sometimes I get the painted as hey, you guys only do these type. Well, I do all loans, and if you're not sure if we're going to do them, check on it. Send it up and say, hey, how's UWM going to handle this? And once you get it, you get a barcode, it submits it, and it's done. It's done, you're good to go, unless you didn't give us all the docs, right? Unless you didn't prepare, so if it's the same thing, it's a big deal. All right, now I'm gonna get to the real stuff. This is the differentiation that's changed. And we all know this is something that, so you know, a couple years back was opposite of everyone else. So dominate by being different, you know what we said? We said, we think the broker channel is the best place to be. And we're not going to build a bunch of retail branches. You heard Bill Dallas talk. He did a great job talking earlier. That whole branch model of retail is a dinosaur. It doesn't work. With technology, so let me just put this. Technology in all industries, take mortgage out of it. All industries, you know what technology does? It creates efficiencies. What happens when you add efficiencies into anything? Costs go down, right? So efficiencies drive costs. So technology disrupts, costs go down. Guess who's getting smashed right now? All the places with 400 and 500 basis points of margin in, right? All those retail branches where I got this branch, and then you know what they're doing? They're saying, I'm going to cut LO comp, right? Great, they'll all be hired by our brokers next month. It'll be fantastic, right? I tell them it's a great idea. Because the thing is, we're all in on wholesale. We're 100% wholesale focused. Even if my 2,700 people in my company, you know what happens when they're like, man, I work at the third or fourth largest mortgage company in America. I won't even do a mortgage for them. We send them to brokers locally in Michigan, where we live, and they have to go through a broker to even get a loan through UWM, because maybe Caliber, Flagstar, maybe someone else is a better fit for them. So we send them out and to another broker and let the brokers decide where the best place for those loans are. So that's 100% commitment to wholesale on every aspect. Now, why? Why? Why are we so committed to wholesale? Here's 2 facts. And you can tell them they're facts. They're not my opinion. I'm telling you these are facts. The best place for a consumer to get a loan is at an independent mortgage company, a broker shop. That's for sure. Yes, you can give yourself a round of applause, 100%. The other fact is the best place for a loan officer to work is an independent mortgage broker. So these 2 things, yes, give yourselves a round of applause. That's 100% true. And so someone's like, oh, Matt, that's because you're all in wholesale. That's why you say that. I'm like, no, I'm all in wholesale because these are facts, right? We analyzed it and said, it makes no sense to have a retail. It makes no sense for a consumer, even my own people that work for me, to go to a retail lender. They should always go to independent brokers because you can shop for them, you can get them a great deal, you can deliver. You're the expert. You're the expert to deliver the great service, hit the closing date. Whatever their needs are, you can deliver. And so the best place for a consumer to get a loan is a mortgage broker. The best place for a loan officer to work is a mortgage broker. And you know what the truth is? This was different 5 years ago. And what you're starting to see is everyone's like, wait a minute, those brokers are doing pretty good. You know, maybe I got to get back in that broker channel. It's happening. So if you're looking to grow your business, which I think a lot of you are, right now is the time. The next 12 months, you're going to be hiring. These branches, these retail places, like I said, it was the MBA earlier, they're all falling apart. They're all going away. It's a dinosaur model. It doesn't work. Your model works. It's the most efficient and best model for an LO. It's the most efficient and best place for a consumer. And since that's the truth, we went all in on wholesale. And wholesale is going to grow again because of it. And I'm telling you right now, we got to keep focusing on it. Now here, why does people didn't believe it? Here's the 3 reasons, okay? I'm going to tell you these 3 reasons. Is why they said brokers are dead. Okay? Everyone said brokers are dead. Here's the 3 reasons. First, the CFPB. The CFPB is going to put brokers out of business because they're bad people. Listen, let's be real. I'm trying to be more professional these days, not name names, but okay, I won't name names then. All right, these guys, the guy that runs Chase, those brokers are the reason we did all these loans wrong. They were the ones doing the wrong thing. And then you know what they did? They hired them all and said, come work for us, and now I get 100% of your business, right? Like, that's what they did. They blamed the broker. So you know what? Everyone thought the CFPB was going to shut down brokers. I went a chance to meet Richard Cordray. Everyone said, some people say good things. This guy's a good guy. He made some changes. You'll say, hey, he made some changes. Yeah, of course they're not perfect. You know what I realized when I met him? All he cares about is the consumer. And I said, if all you care about is the consumer, brokers are going to dominate. He goes, if that's the answer, then I'm in support of brokers. And that's what happened. Brokers are dominating because what the CFPB was trying to do is level the playing field. He said to me, Richard, these guys, and like I said, is he perfect, the CFPB? No. But you know what? I'm not bashing him because you know what happened? Is level the playing field. Get rid of these MSAs. Get rid of these builder things. Get rid of all these things that people are doing because you know what happens? It's not best for the consumer. What's best for the consumer is to work with you guys. And that's the focus. And so once I met them, I said, wait a minute. CFPB is not getting rid of brokers. The CFPB is going to fuel the brokers. And that's what's happening. Second thing is marketing. Brokers don't have any marketing, right? It's hard. I don't understand marketing. I'm not that good at it. I got a 45-person awesome team, okay? They do it. Guess what? It's your team also. So they didn't count on brokers getting the partnership with places like ourselves, and other good lenders are starting to do it too now, and help you market to grow your business. Marketing is key. And then the last one is technology. Like, we're building a bunch of cool stuff and giving it to you. Blink's one example. I know Anthony's got a pretty cool announcement later today that he's been spending some time on. I'm telling you, the game's going to be different. If brokers can compete in marketing and technology, there's no other channel that needs to be in this mortgage business. There's no other channel, and that's what's going to happen. And we think this is going to happen in the next couple of years. I don't think brokers used to be 56% of the market. Look where it went down to 7%, and then around 7%, we said, this is crazy. Brokers are the best place. How do we invest in it? And so what's happening right now is this. It's 16, 17% right now. It'll get to 20%. It'll get to 25. It might get to 30. If we all double, we can double the size of the mortgage broker channel in the next 5 years, and there's no reason it can't go higher. I'm telling you right now, it's the best place for loan officers, the best place for consumers. Why isn't, I always do my little speech, and I talk to like college students at a university or whatever, and I tell them about brokers, and I tell them about retail. I say, with that being the fact, what percentage of loans do you think go through brokers? And they all say, 90%, 85%. Like, they're like, no, 15%. And they always think I'm crazy. And it's because they don't understand. And so brokers are gaining market share, and we are going to grow together. And we are going to double the size of this broker channel in the next 5 years as a team. Back to my earlier thing. We talked about teamwork. It's going to happen as a team. And so one thing I'd like to share about this is this. The only way we grow at our company, I got 2,700 people, is if you grow. And so there's no other way. I don't have like a title company on the side. I don't have like a separate business. I'm not like an insurance. I know people, like, I think, and I know this is different than one of the earlier speakers, I think it's hard to be good at anything. Be great at one thing. Dominate one thing. And that's what we focus on at UWM. All I want to do is be the best partner to everybody in this room. Help you grow your business, and if you grow, we grow. As long as we do a heck of a job and keep earning the business. And so our whole model, I have 2 jobs at my company. Well, yes, thank you. And as the CEO, here's my 2 jobs. 1, get better every single day, improve our business, take market share, all that stuff. 2, just as important, probably more important, grow the broker channel. I go on TV, I go to CNBC, all these things. The only thing I'm there to do is so that they like ask me a question, or I can say, findamortgagebroker.com, right? Like that's all I'm trying to do. Like I sit there all day just waiting for them to ask that silly question, and I'll get it, right? So people don't know. We need brokers to grow. So brokers grow. We got to get better every day, which is because you know what happens? I tell people all the time, if we do a great job over here and brokers grow and double the business, but we don't do a good job, brokers use other lenders. It's okay. It's a great accountability factor. If we suck, we get no loans, right? If you're a retail lender, guess what? If they suck, it's like, I got to quit and find a new job. I got to clear out my pipeline. It's a pain. You can hold me accountable and tell me if I'm doing good by loans. Hey, UWM's doing a good job. Let's give more loans. We helped you get more loans. Like, that's how it works. And so UWM only grows if you grow. And that's what partnership's about when we're really tied at the hip. There's no other source of income. There's no other opportunity for UWM. It's only with you. And so that's why I'm focused on it 100% of my day. And 2,700 people all day, every day are thinking, how do we help brokers grow? How do we help them do more loans? What's the next thing that they need? What's the competitive look like? How do we help them succeed? All right? And so let's talk about this. My competition. All competition. Your competition. Here's how I think about it, and it's important if you take this as a takeaway, is it's hard out there right now. Business is tight. People are competing. It's fantastic, right? I love it. I'm crazy. I like it, okay? Here's the thing. Know your competition, okay? I'm going to tell you a story. So what I was like, who is your competition? And I'm not helping my competition. I played basketball in college. It's not like we said, hey, we're playing against you guys. Here's the plays we're thinking about running, you know, and like, I'm not trying to help anybody else when they're competing with me. So who's your competition? It's nobody in this room. We're 15% of the market. We're all on the same team. Okay, when brokers get to 40 or 50% of the market, I might have a different spiel for you. We'll have to talk about it, right? But right now, I don't care if you're a block from each other. You know who your big competitors are? Quicken, Wells, Chase, Loan Depot, Bank of America. That's your competition, okay? And you know what? My customer's competition is my enemy, right? Because I need you to succeed. And so here's a story for you and how I think about it. Because now you got to start thinking about, if you help your competition, are you going to end up losing at the end of the day anyways? Because these guys are smart people. They've obviously been very successful. How do we make sure that we don't help our competition? So here's a story. PennyMac, good people. Actually friends with the CEO and the people, nice people. 3 years ago, they were our jumbo investor. We used to sell them about $100 million of jumbo loans a month. Great, fantastic. I caught wind that they might be going into wholesale, so I called up, talked to their CEO and their top people there, all nice people. I said, hey, I heard you might be getting into wholesale. Oh, yeah, man, well, you know you guys are the best in wholesale, but we're thinking about it. The board's directive is that maybe in a couple years, you know, we're going to get into wholesale, and, you know, we're not going to be like you guys. We're just going to try to get in there and compete a little bit, get a little business. I said, oh, all right, well, you're cut off. He's like, what do you mean, Matt? We've been doing business, and these guys were good to us. We've been doing business for 10 years. I said, you're cut off, when they were at Bank of America before that. I go, you're cut off. He goes, what do you mean? We're not going to. He goes, well, why don't we wait until we get into. I go, no, you're done today. I'm not helping you with one penny. I'm not giving you one piece of information on NRL brokers. Like, you're done. And that's the mindset. You're my competition. I'm not helping you. It's done. And so funny story about it, and I'm very good. I'm a collaborative leader, so I usually share things. After I did this, I called on to secondary. I go meet with my head of secondary marketing, and she says, Matt, you cut Penny Mac off. They're 25 basis points better than everyone else we sell these jumbos to. So that's going to cost you $250,000 a month. I said, I don't care. They're gone, right? They're gone because they're our competition. Because if we're making more money, they're making more money. And we compete. So who do you compete with? Zillow? I don't know. Keller Williams? Are they competing with us now? Like, I'm not helping anyone that's competing with me, right? They're our company. I was actually at this MBA the other day, and I'm not, like, so, you know, it's fun. I love seeing everyone here. It's so much fun. You guys are great. I was at this MBA, and, like, everyone hates me there. It's kind of fun. So I told them, I go, don't worry, on Saturday I'll have a lot of friends. We're good people, you know. But I'm sitting there at this dinner with all these CEOs. I won't name names. I'll do better. I won't name names. And I'm talking to them. I'm like, you don't understand. Brokers are going to dominate the market, and they're going to take you guys down and take you guys down. And I'm somewhat joking with them, but they're like, kind of like, this guy's crazy. And I said it to one other. I go, and we're going to take all of you guys. And one of the guys, I won't name the company, says, Matt, leave us alone. We're not even in wholesale. Stay away from us. I go, you're one of my broker's biggest competitions. So you're my enemy too. And he's like, this guy's crazy. He walked away, right? And what I want you to know, yeah. That happened on Monday night. It was fantastic. But I want you guys to know is this. Know your competition, okay? Who you compete with, okay? I'm not doing loans and then giving them to my competition. I'm not, you know, Zillow, competitor, right? How are you helping your competition? You can't help your competition because you know what? They're really good at it. That's how they got so big. And we have to band together as a team. And it's not good enough that you say, hey, Matt, I know better. I'm not going to work with such and such lender or so on because I need other people to know too because if it leaves the wholesale channel, it's so hard to get back in. So know your competition, know who you're competing with, and if we continue as a group, as a team, to help our competition, we will not win. We will not grow at the pace that we need to grow. And so it's on all of us. It's not a Matt thing. It's not a AIME thing. It's not a brawl thing. It's not an anything. It's all of us thing. We have to work together to dominate, and we have to start with competing for every loan. Now, a couple quick things. Protect your clients. You've heard this stuff before. It's so hard to get a loan. Make sure you protect it on the way out. And so we're working on things. We do these things. Like I just talked to a broker today or yesterday. He was telling me like, hey, my borrower got the credit pulled. UWM sent him a letter said, don't forget to call me at ABC Mortgage and connect them. That's our UConnect program. We need to make sure you stay in front of their clients. When you go on the website, the servicing website, your name is up there. It says you're looking to buy or refinance a home, call Bill at ABC Mortgage. It's not a UWM thing. If you call my servicing team, you know what happens? We transfer it to you. It's a warm transfer to our brokers. We're partners. So here's one comment on this. Now more than ever, this is important. I know Anthony started his brawl thing, and it's great, and it's been positive because people have a voice. But now it's more important than even when it was when it started. Because you know what? Rates are 5 right now. When rates are 3.75, yeah, we can you know, it's a little different. When rates are 5, they're going to go down at some point. And all these loans are going to leave our channel. And so understanding that, and someone said to me, hey, Matt, you don't understand. I agree, I don't want to help my competition, but listen, my clients, they're very loyal to me. They're very loyal. They would never leave me. I said, okay, that's fair. And so then here's my perspective on it. I said, I get it. They'll never leave you, okay? And these lenders that you're working with are really, really great. They're the best in the world at trying to get your clients to leave you, right? That's what they're best at. So I said to them, I said, listen, my wife, she's very loyal to me. She would never, never leave me. But I don't send her on a date with Brad Pitt every weekend to find out, right? Like, that's not what I'm going to do. So Brad Pitt's good looking. He's got game, right? He might take her, right? It's hard enough. It's hard enough to keep her around, right? So it's too important. Don't put yourself in that position. Partnership, long-term business. One of the things that I have an advantage over, and this is my benefit over my competition, is I own my company. I have no private equity. My brother and my father own a couple percent. They're not even involved in the business at all. I own it. I make the decisions. We make decisions for the long term. Okay? Everything is long-term focused. I could make more money today. We could make more money today by doing different things. But that's the wrong long-term. That's short-term money, not long-term. My competition, to be fair, they're owned by private equity. They're public. They got to hit quarterly numbers. Okay? I don't. I'll sacrifice everything this year and next year to win in 2021. Everything. I don't care. I will make it happen. Right? So when you start thinking long-term instead of short-term, because everyone says, oh, Matt, you guys are doing so good in that broker thing. We're going to try to do it too. I'm like, do you understand? I did this in 2014. You're 4 years behind me. The work I'm doing today is going to win in 2021 and 22. I want you. You guys are owners. You run a business. We're going to be successful. You got to think long-term. Don't think about the loan. Take care of the borrower. But think about, is that borrower going to be with you and refer you his cousin and his brother in 2 years? Right? I don't know. If they're in your channel and they're with us, we all win. If not, we can lose. All right, last two things. What's next? So besides the jumbo thing I told you about a little bit, we had two big announcements. I announced it Wednesday so that everyone could see it, but I want to tell you about this stuff. We've been working all year on this stuff. UClose 2.0. So listen to this. You guys know about UClose. UClose 2.0 is the next level. What it is it gives you complete control of the closing process. No more ping pong between my title company, or your title company, and us, and our closers trying to figure out what's going on. When did he send the CD? Did he send it in? I got to wait an hour, all this nonsense. You can completely control the whole process with the technology we built. 100% of the closings you can do, right now not VA, everything but VA right now, will be VA soon, you can do in this new system. So therefore, you can completely control it. The invoices are done early. All the processes are done. Collaboration portal in the fee screen. We've been piloting it for a couple weeks. One of our best partners said to me, Matt, you guys do a lot of good stuff. We do over 100 loans a month with you. He goes, you've never rolled out something as good as this. It's the best thing I've ever seen. And I want you guys to know this now. I don't want to oversell it because let me tell you one thing. Like anything, like I look at our closing team as, hey, we can get better. We've done a lot of good things, but we can always, our funding authorization, all that stuff's good. Here's what we made a change on. On a scale of 1 to 100, I look at our closing process as a 30 or a 40. A lot of our competitors are in the same range. Maybe some are a little better. Day 1, UClose 2.0 puts us at a 65. It's better than everything out there. And day 90, as in like by January, after all the tweaks and the feedback we get from you guys, it'll be a 95. You'll be able to close loans. Before the loan's CTC, you'll have all the docs ready. And as soon as it hits CTC, boom, it's closed. You don't need us at all. UWM, we're available. You click escalation, boom. Within 30 minutes, we'll go in there and update whatever you need. But it's a UClose 2.0. It's live on Monday, and it's going to change the whole game. So if you haven't seen it yet, take a look at it Monday. It's going to be awesome. The other one, which is that one you got to see it to understand, because once you see it, you'll say, okay, well, they got to fix this. They got to fix it. It's going to keep getting better. This one is live on Monday as well, and this is easy to understand, and it's game over. One-click AUS. So, yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. You go to our website, one-click, DU and LP are both run at the exact same time, and it delivers back what you see right here, a comparison. Both are approve eligible. You got an appraisal waiver on one, not on the other. Right, reserves. You got reserves. You need 6 months reserves versus 3 months. Pick which one's better. So, here's a stat for you. We do a lot of loans, but we had like 780 loans in the month of August that closed with a property inspection waiver or appraisal waiver. That closed with an appraisal. As in, we got the appraisal, the broker got the appraisal because they didn't read the findings. They missed it. 780 loans. It's not a little. That's a lot. With this, we also have another 12 to 14% as our estimation that if you only ran DU and you would have run LP, you would have got an appraisal waiver. But most people, how many people here run both every single time before Monday? Like all 6 of you. That's great. Okay. Not good enough. Now every single time you click a button, DU and LP are both run. The exact same time, pops up the results to compare, and you say, I want to go with LP, I want to go with DU. I'm telling you right now, this will probably double your appraisal waivers. This will make your process easier, and it's all with one click. It's simple and easy. If you want to just run DU because it's a home ready or just LP, you can do that also. But it defaults to going to the AUS compare and clicking it. So take a look at it on Monday. Your processors will love it. Your borrowers will love it because you get more appraisal waivers. Also, 1-year tax returns versus 2-year, it pops up what the differences are. DU says 2 years, LP says 1 year. Okay, I'll go with LP, right? It's simple, right? So it's available on Monday. This is a big deal, and I want you guys to test it out. Every loan that comes in, or every loan you have going forward on Monday, you can do this. So don't run it in DO and figure it, like, go to the website, click on button, and you'll have the answers every single time, okay? Now, last thing. Yeah, thank you, it's great. Last thing. I'm gonna finish with got like 3-4 minutes. Here's my last thing for you. Never relax. Okay, it doesn't mean you can't go on vacation. It means we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep getting better every day. I told you I played basketball at Michigan State. On our national championship ring, it says never relax. Okay, so it's all about getting better every day. We're never comfortable, because as soon as you take a breath, someone's running right by you. Someone's gonna be aggressive. Like, I'm up in the morning, I'm at the office at 5:30, okay? I'm gonna outwork, no one's gonna outwork me. I'm not going to relax. Partially, my wife doesn't want me in the house. That's a different answer. I'm going to get better every single day and never relax. So I'm going to show you a quick 15-second video. There's 2 people on this video. There's a guy named number 22, Brandon Dawson. Played in the NBA, second-round draft pick. The other guy is a guy named number 45, is Denzel Valentine. He plays in the Chicago Bulls. He was the National Player of the Year. National Player of the Year in college 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it was. Watch this video, and we're going to talk about it. This is on national television. I want you to watch this video. You'll see the intensity I used to get to hang out with. Oh. Did it go? Let's try again. All right, so it's not working. Here's what he does. He screams and yells at them, grabs them in their face, talks to them. You can go back a slide. He yells at them, he gets in their face. It's very intense. And you know the one thing that's funny about it? It's 41-12 in the second half. 41-12. This team might not even score 20 points against Michigan State. And Izzo, if you saw the video, I'm sorry you couldn't see it, he's in their face. He's holding them accountable at the highest level and saying, I don't care, you're my best players, and you're not doing what you need to be doing, because we're not playing the scoreboard. We're not playing you grew this year from 10 loans a month to 15. Now we got to go from 15 to 18. We got to take it to the next level. So we got to keep getting better every day. So I'm going to leave you with this. Opportunity. Right now, the next 12 to 24 months is the biggest opportunity for us all to seize the day. The broker channel, all of us, our team, has the opportunity of a lifetime to take over the housing finance business in America. I'm telling you right now. So yes. And it's on us. It's on us to do it. We are a team, and we have to do it together. And so here's what I'm going to leave you with, thinking about that. The opportunity is now. We will never have this opportunity again. We will never have this opportunity again as long as we live to take over the mortgage market. We have that opportunity right now. Brokers, the best place for a borrower to get a loan is a broker. The best place for an LO to work is a broker. These are facts. What we have to do is work as a team. You can't help your competition. You got to help each other. You got to make friends here and work with each other. The opportunity to take advantage of it is right now. These guys, just so you know, all these lenders I talk to, you know what they want to do? Put the brokers out of business. They want to put UWM out of business too. Ain't going to happen. Here's why. They don't understand that if we band together, we have 35,000 loan officers. That's bigger than Quicken, Chase, and Wells combined. We just got to act as a team. Yeah, so we are going to act as a team. And so, it's not going to get easier. If it was easy, everyone would do it. They're going to compete. They're coming for you. They're going to talk bad about you. They're going to talk bad about me. I enjoy it, so it's cool. It's game on. So I want you guys to get your mindset that it's game on. These guys want to compete with us. We're going to take them all down. We're going to take them all down together because we're brokers and we're better. And when we're going to keep doing it, and we only can do it if we all work together as a team. So if you leave with this note, make a friend this week. talk to someone new, look around and see this room and see that it's packed full of people just like you, and we're all on the same team. And we're not going to let Wells, Quicken, Chase, Bank of America, Loan Depot, they're not going to beat us because they don't care as much as us, and they're not the best place for a borrower to get a loan. We are as brokers. We are the broker team, and I'm proud to be part of it with you guys. Thank you very much, guys.